Hello everyone, welcome back to another building video in The Sims 4. I okay, so let's just jump into this introduction. This is a build, it's gonna be a modern build in San Myshuno. I think that's how you say it, I have no idea to be honest. Um, I didn't know what to do for my next video. I love doing challenges and I will be doing more of them, but I don't want every single video to be a challenge video, obviously. So I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna I'm just gonna go for it. I didn't have a plan. I didn't know what I was gonna do. I didn't know um, what's it gonna be or anything about it at all. I just had this vision of this exterior of the house, which was basically just four walls, four separate rooms. Sorry, connected by a corridor. My initial idea was to just have the corridor be on the second floor, and then as you'll see throughout the video, like halfway through, I realized that you can't actually access the rooms, which, what can I say? I have my own blonde moments, so it is what it is. Um, so this house build was just a mess. I've made a lot of mistakes, as you'll see. I'll try to fix, and I will fix them. I'm pretty sure all of them. If I've missed anything, please feel free to let me know down below in the comments. Any ideas, suggestions, thoughts, anything at all. Um, but let me just preface this by saying that I'm sorry if I feel a bit out of place, of just not myself. The fact is, I've been sitting here for like 5 hours now. I have fully recorded, downloaded, edited, exported everything, all the things, this whole video. And as I was getting ready to upload it to YouTube, I realized that I exported it in the wrong format. So now I have to go back and re-edit and record a new narration and all that. So I'm a bit annoyed, mostly just because I'm so hungry. I've been so hungry um for hours now because I've just been sitting here trying to get this done, and I got it done, and then I realized that I messed it all up. So now I have to fix it. I'm still just starving, and I'm just can you tell that it's been a long time since I've done this? But yes, anyway, so that's just my quick explanation. As if I seem like I'm not fully here, like it is what it is at this point. That being said, I really enjoyed building this. I think the house turned out great. It's not exactly what I envisioned, just because my vision was not really thought out, obviously. But in the end, it comes together, I feel. I'm really excited about it. So this is going to be a two-part video. This is the first part where I'm just gonna make the shell of the house, and I will also just do like a quick snippet of a layout, and then I will record the second part tomorrow and upload it, and that will be the furnishing. So like I said, this is gonna be just a really simple modern house. I thought this word was perfect for it, but I feel like it would, you wherever you would decide to place it, you would work. I will post the link in tomorrow's video's description to the link to the gallery. If you want to download it, you're more than welcome to do so. I would love it. As far as this video as well, if you like it, please give it a thumbs up, leave a comment. If you want, subscribe. I'm really into this new journey, and I am determined to make it happen, and I will. Also, since we're just like doing the stairs, let me just say, yes, I was just all over the place. You'll see, I'll have to redo so many things so many times because I don't know, like I just wasn't thinking or something. I don't know. But in the end, I really do like this house, and I can't wait to furnish it. I was actually gonna do this tonight, but since I have to redo this first part, I'm not. I just don't have the time to do it tonight, so I will be furnishing it tomorrow, and I can't wait. So, um, I decided on, like, I'm not sure if you can see it, but I those windows have like a little green hue to them, like the inside, the inside wood, not the outside white panels. And then I started to doing this green wallpaper, and then I was like, oh my god, this is gonna turn into another solid color challenge. I was like, I can't have that. So then we changed it all back, And here you can see the little glitch on the roof. I don't know why that happens. I don't know if I did something wrong. It happened in my previous video as well. There is this one little spot that just is different color. I tried to fix it in every way that I could, and it just didn't work. And just two of the roofs have it, and I don't understand why. And the only way to disguise it was to use this really thick black trim, which is not what I wanted initially. Um, but I had no other choice. Like honestly, with this build, it kind of you can get away with it. But if this was any other build, I would have been so furious, and I don't understand why that glitch happens. So because of the black trim, I will actually end up changing the exterior of the house to a darker brick. I was also just adding some roofs so that I could trim the whole house, so it all looks even. I feel like I understand why and how this game works with like the trimming and all that, but I feel like there should be like an easier way to do this. I feel like this is just it's such a tedious process. I mean, it is what it is, but I don't know. I find it just a bit obnoxious. And then because I added the rooms, all of my like half walls disappeared, so I had to redo those. Um, and yeah, there's just a lot of glitches in this game, and I don't know if this is just me or if it's actually the game. But there's like paint disappearing all the time. You'll see later on. I had to keep going back and repaint walls and such. Also, this house is very off-centered. Another thing that I did not realize when I was building it because I just wasn't paying attention, and I will recenter it later on. Don't worry. I I find it so funny and so interesting. Like when I watch people build and play in The Sims, you notice every single mistake they do, and you're just screaming at the screen, like, there's no door, or the stair doesn't go anywhere, or something like that. And I'm pretty sure people are doing this to my video right now, and I don't blame you because I would be too. But it's funny, like when you're actually building, you don't notice these things. So, like I said, as you're watching this video, there's a lot of correcting to be done. But I get to it. I think I got all of it. If I missed some, like I said, please feel free to let me know. I was just testing some different patterns to do the pathway to the front door. This is the one that I settled on. Also, the pathway will obviously change because the house will move. But yeah, like I don't know. I'm really happy how this house turned out. I don't know. It, I'm still learning. It's been a while since I've really played the game and built stuff, and also like editing is like it's coming back to me from back in the day, but it's gonna take a little bit. So I was trying to create these like flower beds, and then I just ended up using these little square flowers, just using the 9 and 0 key to raise them up and layer them with move objects on. And I think it looks really nice. Like I said in my previous video, I really like plants. I think that they're the best just items to fill out and decorate exterior and interior of houses and buildings. And this is a modern build. I didn't really want a lot of clutter and a lot of just unnecessary things, and I feel like plants are something that you can add, but it doesn't really like get too busy or just too much, if that makes any sense. I don't know. But yeah, so I haven't yet decided on any um like color schemes. At the end of this video I will paint floors and walls, so we have a bit of a color scheme happening already, but we'll see how the furnishing goes. Also, I wanted to make this a little bit of a challenge for myself, and I was just gonna use the base game items. Um, Also, I feel like that's just better because then more people can, download the house and enjoy it. And because it's annoying if you don't have expansion packs and then people use expansion packs that you don't have, and then, objects are missing. And I don't even have all of the expansion packs, so I totally understand the frustration. Um, So my plan was to just use the base game, but I was really, really dead set. As you can see, I'm big on this exterior decoration. I was gonna use these vines that would crawl out up the walls. Um, and I didn't realize, but they actually came with Get Together. And so I ended up using them just because I really wanted them. I feel like just one. See, these are the vines that I was just talking about. Um, so like using just one other expansion pack on top of the base game, that's really not that big of a deal. I feel like, and in most of my builds, I will be using, you know, more than most likely more than just one, if not all of them, just because it does give you that. So it gives you so many more options. I'm honestly a bit concerned about how the furnishing will go because having just one expansion pack enabled really reduces your range of items that you can use. But it'll be a challenge. That was the whole point. We'll get there. We'll get there. But so yeah, if you have Get Together, this house will be um, absolutely ready to go if you want to download it. I wanted to figure out how to enclose this courtyard, and none of the hedges and fences and the greenery, nothing really worked. Um, but you know, it took a bit of exploring, and then I found this perfect hedge, which you will see in a second. Not this one, definitely not this one. This is going away. Also, I have noticed when I was building this house and I saved it to my library that it was coming up as modded. So I just want to say I do have mods and custom content in my game. However, they are like not mods that affect build mode. They are just for gameplay, like in live mode. I have not used any custom content in this house or mods or anything. I do not know why it's being flagged as modded. I think the house that was on this lot that I built a while back, that I literally bulldozed the house that was on this lot, and then oh my god, how do I explain it? Ugh, I don't know how to explain it. Anyway, there's no mods or custom content in this house. If it comes up as flagged, I don't know why. Just make sure if you do search for it in the gallery to tick the show custom content little box. Um, I also decided to add this pool. I don't know why. I don't often put pools in my houses. I don't know why. Honestly, I don't. Um, but I was like, you know what? Let's just do it. Like the sea's right there. It just felt right. And then I built this hedge just for some privacy. To be completely honest, I'm not too sold on it because I feel like there's this giant boardwalk at the back of the house, and like, can you imagine you being like sunbathing by the pool, and then there's just like people walking everywhere? I don't know. Like, I'm not trying to be a prude or anything, but I feel like that's just not ideal. So maybe if you place this house in like a different lot, it would work better. Also, it's so annoying how the game won't let you pull the walls and um, fences to the edge of the lot like you used to be able to in The Sims 2. I really, really, that's so annoying. Like, you just end up with that one square tile of just nothingness. It's so annoying. Um, I really wish they would bring that back. I don't understand why it's not a thing, but whatever. So, we're gonna finish off with the landscaping and then move into the interior of the house. I always say you need to make sure that landscaping is done properly. If you're not gonna do it properly, just don't do it because this is the first thing that you're gonna see. Is the outside of the house. Also, when you're doing it, you need to make sure that it matches the existing environment, which I paid close attention to. There was a palm tree. I was like, let's just pop this in. Like that would make a lot of sense. Not. But yeah, there's even with just one expansion pack, there's plans that you can match perfectly. Like there's actual plants that are already placed in the world that you can actually place on your own lots as well. So it blends into the world just seamlessly. It's so good. And yeah, here's a baby tree with a mama tree. I just thought that was a nice little touch. Just doing a little bit of terrain paint to make it more realistic. Um, yeah, I'm honestly really excited about this house. Even the house from my old, my last video, I went back and like did a little house tour by myself, and I was like, you know what? I'm actually really happy with how this house turned out, and I am. Like, I'm not the best builder, but I can hold my own. I think. I don't know. If you agree, let me know. Um, Yeah, it was so annoying how I had to keep checking that it was just the base game and the get together that were selected, because like every time you change category and if you jump into build and then into buy mode, it always resets the categories, which is really annoying. I'm gonna have to keep a close eye on that when I'm furnishing as well. Hopefully, I don't slip, but I'll do my best. I also wanted to say that if you guys had like any suggestions, or if you wanted something changed, or if you think that something doesn't work in this final house, that you could post comments below and let me know, and then tomorrow when I'm furnishing I can change and do little corrections. But considering it's already this late, I don't think that's going to be an option. I'm so annoyed. Like, this video was supposed to be already uploaded by now. Like, I was going to ask for your feedback, like the plans that I just put in. I don't know. I'm not too sold on them. I feel like they're just a bit much. And I'm just like, I don't know where to stop. I just keep adding things, and I'm like, what have I just done? um, it's a fine line. Also, I'm realizing this pool is not even, so I need to change that. I need to make a mental note. If you're wondering what was with the purple and the mossy green, I was just trying to be funny, like, oh, let's make the pool purple. Why not? Oh my god, this was so cute. When I was putting in the lights, I saw this reflection of the moon, and then I tried to like view it, but because I didn't have a sim on the lot, I couldn't go into live mode, so I couldn't like look up the sky and see the moon. But I thought the reflection was so cute. It was so funny. I've added these chimneys as well, which are pretty much the exact match to the chimneys for the buildings that already exist in the world. I was gonna do the AC vent thingy, but I felt it looks too industrial for this house. I feel like it would work with some residential lots, but not this one in particular, so I ended up just not using it. Also, I don't know if I've said this before, but I just love this new feature that we have with the columns where we're just able to raise them up. I can just see some really amazing creative things happening in the future with this new um, option that we have, and I'm so happy that they brought this in. Also, I didn't want the columns to just sit there like it just looks, I don't know, wrong. So I'm gonna end up creating a little um, fake flower pot, bed, base, whatever you want to call it, and just putting a little light for coziness. I love that we have the option to scale objects up and down. That's like it gives you such big variety of items. I feel like it triples the amount of items that we have. The only thing I wish is that when you scale something and you copy it, I wish it would stay the scaled size. That would be really helpful. So hopefully that happens one day. So yeah, this is the part where I realized first one of my mistakes, that you can't actually access any of the rooms if there's like literally not four sets of stairs. So I was obviously not gonna have that. So I added the corridors on the bottom, except for the front of the house, because I didn't want the courtyard to be completely closed off. I wanted it to have like a connection to the outside. Also, the game doesn't let you put stairs next to windows, and if you do, the window gets deleted. I don't understand what the issue with that is. I don't see a problem. I've seen many houses where stairs are next to windows. For me, that's not an issue. So the stairs are touching the windows. So that's something that you hate. You can change it. I don't see the issue with that. It doesn't bother me. Also, it does bug me that the doors out to the balcony are like shorter than the windows. I don't know. It's annoying, but it's there was no matching doors, and I really wanted full length windows. I'm gonna probably maybe place like a wall light or something above the door if that's even a thing. I'm not even sure. It's so annoying how these items just don't match. Like I feel like the matching in this game is just not great. Also, this is another mistake. I don't know if you've noticed, but those stairs were actually interchanging. Is that the word? I don't know. Um, with the corridor, so I actually had to move them. Which honestly, I prefer it like that. So it worked out in the end. What are we up to now? So yeah, this is. I'm pretty sure this is no, no, yeah. So I was trying to figure out like the layout of the house, and I'm just putting down some objects to just basically make a reminder for myself which room is which, and also just to make sure that everything that you need in an individual room that it actually fits in. So these items that I'm placing, they're just temporary. They're just basic swatches, the cheapest things. They're not staying. So don't worry about it at all. It's all gonna be gone by the time the house is done. So I built a little half bathroom in the living room, and then I realized that in the rest of the house, there's not gonna be enough space for a full bathroom. The only room that you would be able to put in was the foyer, like where the entrance is. So I'm gonna be changing that in a bit. You'll see. So this is gonna be the kitchen once it's done and actual proper counters are put in. I love this round table. I think it just fills the room really nicely. So the table will definitely stay because I'm pretty sure that's the only round table, considering that I'm only using base game and the get together expansion pack. It may like the color may change and the chairs will probably change though. But the table is staying. Also, I decided to put in a second set of door to the outside just so that you don't have to walk all the way around the house if you want to get to the living room. Granted, you need to go out, but you lose some, you win some, or you win some, you lose some, whichever way. So yeah, so this is where I decided to place a full bathroom. So obviously the door needs to move, so the flower bed needs to move, and then it will move again. Like I said, a lot of touches and corrections, and yeah, it will have a bit all over the place, but in the end, it all works out. So it's all good. It's all good. Don't panic. It'll be fine. I love these vines. I just had to use them. They add such a good detail. I would personally hate to have vines in real life because I feel like that would bring in so many bugs. But in the game, that's not an issue. So I'm fine with it. Oh my god, can you imagine if we had bugs in the game? Like you get flies and like dirty dishes and all that and dirty clothes. But can you imagine if we had like cockroaches just like crawling around? But there was a thing in The Sims, wasn't it? I'm pretty sure The Sims 2 had. Am I thinking of the? Am I crazy? I'm pretty sure there were cockroaches in the game. Tell me if I'm wrong. So the master bedroom that was a challenge in itself because the rooms are really small, and I didn't want to make these like corner four rooms bigger because then the house just looked huge and chunky. So the rooms in itself are pretty small. I was determined to include a bathroom in the master bedroom, and for me personally, I would rather have a smaller bedroom and have an ensuite than to have a big bedroom and not have an ensuite. So the room is quite small. I will test it with my sim, but I'm pretty sure that that should be enough space for them to use the bed. So in the end, it worked out. There's a full bathroom in the master bedroom, and that's really the only way that I was able to fit everything in. So yeah. So the second bedroom will be kids' room. This house is intended to have four household members. You can do whatever you want with it, obviously. but there's two kids or single beds really. Um, I was gonna like contemplating should I do a half bedroom in here as well, but then if you have kids or toddlers, well, you really need a bathtub, so there's not really any point in that room having a separate bathroom. So I was like, you know what? This weird room that I don't even know what it will be actually has a lot of space. So I actually ended up moving the bathroom in there. And it will actually have enough room to have a full bathtub. So if you do have toddlers or pets, you will be able to bathe them properly. So this room I decided was just gonna be like a weird activity room, and I had to use this weird dance floor. I personally always forget about the dancing skill. I just never work on it. I'm mostly like cooking, baking, handiness. I love gardening in The Sims. But dancing, I don't know. I never dabbled with that. But I just loved how you can see through the ceiling into the dining room. I thought that was just such a quirky detail, and I was like, I have to do it. Like this is my new elephant. If you know what that means, then you're an OG fan. So yeah, I'm just gonna finish the color scheme for the rooms. It's gonna be interesting because I'm determined not to change any of the colors. So it's gonna be interesting to see how the furnishing will go because I will have to work the furnishing around the color scheme that I've put in. So yeah, this teal color was actually inspired by the bedspread. Again, the bed is just temporary, so the bed probably will not stay. But I just thought it was interesting because I never used teal. I personally don't like pastel colors or pastel, depends on where you are. Um, and then for the kids' room, I was trying to be really colorful, and then I was like trying to be really matchy matchy and go really crazy. And I was like, this is too much, and then this is not enough, and then this is just not kid-like enough. And then I ended up on this wallpaper, which I think is actually the best out of all of the ones that I've tried. Yeah, I don't know. I'm so excited, and I feel like maybe the kitchen, uh, maybe a table or an island. There's something needs to come in the middle. It's a bit empty, a bit empty. The whole color scheme for the house is generally quite muted, apart from the dining room, which we'll do in a second. Um, well, obviously the kids' room is a bit colorful, but that's it should be. But everything else is pretty muted. So I'll just try and introduce some pop of colors with the furnishing. Yeah. Also, there's not gonna be any screenshots at the end of this video. I will be sure to include them because I forgot the last time. I will make screenshots when this is all furnished and done, and they will be included in the video coming up tomorrow. So yeah, I love red. Red's my favorite color. I love that dining room. I think it's gonna end up really really nice. Um. So yeah, I don't know. I'm trying to push myself. I'm trying to use colors and prints that I don't normally use. Just not to do the same thing all over again. You know, trying to grow and all that. So the living room, I was like, the yellow, that's just too much. It's just like every single corner of the house is just a spot of color, which I don't want. So it's a bit muted, but we'll add some plants, some furniture, and it'll come together. You'll see. But yeah, thank you guys so much for spending the time with me, for watching this video. Please comment anything you'd like to add or say. Subscribe if you feel like it. I will link this in the next video. Also, I've updated my socials in my About Me section on my channel, so feel free to check those out. And yeah, this is pretty much done. I'm just checking to make sure that there weren't any glitches, that everything is still there, like paint wise and all that, because we know how those things happen. And yeah, I mean, this is pretty much it. So I'm excited to do the second part, and I hope you guys enjoy this. There we go, missing paint. Thank you guys so much for watching. Have a lovely day, afternoon, morning, I don't know, whichever is applicable to you. I will see you soon. Thank you so much.